Hi everyone, Paul Morbid here, Morbid Team Entertainment and Bolex Repair Philippines. So on part 2 here of how to buy your first projector, stay away from Bell & Howell. They have a lot of plastic gears inside and the same ones break all the time and it's just a bunch of problems and heartache. So stay clear of those. The projector in front of me right here, this is an Elmo FPA Deluxe. It's a bit of an upgrade from the FP Elmo. The good things about it are as follows. Let's take a closer look. Alright, so inside of here, one good thing about it is that the bulb inside of here is more inexpensive. Lift up on this. Just like that, brings it right out. Glass elements right here. Make sure the seller can send you photos of that and make sure it's not broken. This is easy to pull out. And make sure there's no rust. Make sure they send you photos of that. The lamp that's down in here is much more inexpensive to purchase. Okay, gonna run you about 30 American dollars. Let's take a close look at that. So there you are with the lamp. Again, it's going to be much more inexpensive, easier to purchase there, and change in and out. So that's always a positive. The lamp is fairly easy to replace. You just, it's a halogen, so you have to use a lint-free cloth. You don't want to touch it with your fingers because the oils from your fingers will destroy the coating on the bulb and it will make it unusable. So just put that on there like that, pull straight up. And that's it. Let me give you a better shot of that. Okay? So here's the bulb. Don't touch it with your fingers. And here's the inside of the chamber where it goes, right down in here. To reinstall it, you just repeat the process. And let's do that right now. Alright. So there we are down there. You go straight down. I'm going to slip this in here. Okay, so I've reseated the lamp. Push straight down ever so lightly. And it's in. Don't push too hard. And there you go. Get your seller to send you photos and video of as much of this as possible. It's really going to help you out. A lot of these Elmos, there's a lot of them online, so there are a lot of Elmos around for spare parts. I'm going to have to clean it right here, as you can see. There's some corrosion going on. I got a little bit of a rust issue back here at the end of my pencil eraser. But all this is supposed to be expected from a vintage piece of equipment like this. Alright? So that's what we're looking at. Get them to send you photos of stuff like I just pointed out with my pencil over in here. That type of deal. And some other things. When you have your seller send you photos and they find glass elements like this, or if this is your first projector and you see this, don't get alarmed. The glass element is not broken. In fact, you have a notice on the inside of the door right here, and if yours has fallen off during the decades, it reads important notice, glass heat filter and lamp housing is not broken. It is designed in sections to allow expansion and contraction. Now here's something very important to talk to your seller about and have them send you a photo and video is the lens. Alright, what you want to do, remember this is vintage equipment, Have them pull it straight out. And this is good for any projector. You want to check it. Take a look at the front. You see all that stuff right there? And to those of you who don't know, you know what that is? All those cobweb looking things, that's fungus. I'm going to have to clean this and maybe probably dismantle it. And I'll be fortunate if the fungus has not penetrated the glass elements. If that fungus has penetrated the glass elements, then there's nothing I can do about it. I'll have to replace those glass elements or the entire lens itself. You will not be able to correct that. I have a video on how to clean and destroy fungus to stop it from growing. If you got a lens like this, keep it away from other lenses and other equipment that has a lens, because it does spread. Alright, so we'll put this off to the side and we'll take a look inside here. And give you a closer look. Have the seller send you a video and photos of the inside of here. Okay? And everything inside of there as clearly as possible. You want as little fungus and especially little or no rust. Rust is the enemy. True, due to its age, this piece of equipment, you had to expect some of that. But if they have a listing that reads it operates and it's ready to go, no problems, then it should operate as posted. These are items to check for when buying a projector for the first time. Obviously, parts of the casing are plastic. The door, it's a bit of a letdown from the original Elmo FP. Knobs, the rollers up here, those are plastic. I got this one and it's in really rough shape, but I'll have to refurbish it, and once I do, it'll all be fine and good. This one does operate again, and the wiring and everything is going to have to be redone, even though it is functional. Alright, the rollers in the back here are plastic, and the belt is a rubber belt as well, not metal like the Elmo FP. More plastic gears right there. But a good thing is, we'll show you this close up. Here, this model provides more power selections from the country in which you reside. So here it has for me 220, so which is great. I can just set the jumper right on there, and I'm set and ready to go and plug it right into the wall. This is why you always want to get the seller to send you photos of the back of the wiring. As you can see how dark it is. That's one telltale sign that this will all have to be replaced and rebuilt. This looks like to me a rheostat resistor. It's already corroding, so it's really pointless, and especially due to the age and the corrosion as well, to even hook it up to a variac. Again, you need to wear some safety goggles. You want to put this up to your machinery, a variable transformer, and a variable power supply. But it's obvious this needs to be changed first, is what it is. If you don't hook it up to equipment first, what's going to happen is, again, it's going to either explode in your face, it's going to catch fire, you know, both of those, and it's going to trip a breaker in your house. But this is a fire hazard the way that it is. There's not much more life in it. So all the wiring, all these parts are going to have to be replaced and probably modernized as well. There are companies online that can make these parts and sell these to you. Here's another part that I don't like, the fan. It is plastic, and with all the type of machines, electronics I've serviced through over the 30 years of time, any time that you have a metal pin, which is what this is hooked to, and plastic, it never works out. It's going to break, and if this breaks, it's going to eventually. I'm surprised it hadn't by now, but this breaks, this fan goes out, it's going to blow the bulb out as well. What happens is you got a metal pin coming out of here, and it sticks inside that plastic. If this plastic breaks, then that fan is going to start slipping around that metal pin, and your fan's going to stop spinning. All right? To me, the more metal parts you are, the better. But in later years of projectors, you just can't get around it. You're going to have more plastic parts. Overall, this is quite a good projector, and you just can't get around besides the features that I have are pretty positive. But again, I'm just more of a metal parts guy. The more metal parts you have, the more maintenance of restoring the entire thing. Auto start, auto load, I'm really not too keen on it. As I said in part 1 of this video series, it tends to chew up your film, but as I said in that part 1, the good way to get around that is to order yourself a bunch of white leader or colored leader for your film, and at about 2 to 3 feet. Splice it onto your film so when you auto load it, and if it's going to chew it up at all, it'll do it on the leader. And besides that, there are some good features on this projector that are really good, and let's get into that. Now here's where this projector really starts paying for itself, and it did back in the day. It is regular 8 and super 8. Okay, take a look at the reel right here. So you can put the reel on here of film, and of course right now, as you can see, it's set for standard 8, and then suddenly this will pop out, the reel's in there, and just lock it at super 8 if that's what you want, and then you can just simply lock it down. See there? Then you're done. Very cool. Very convenient. One thing I'm not too keen on is the Super 8 film reels right here. It's a great design between 8 and standard and Super 8. However, you can see how flimsy they are and easily to be broken. If I can just pull that up. See that? You can just break that off really easy. See there? So you had to be careful with it. As I said, this is a dual projector. It is Super 8 and regular 8. And what you have to do is change the position of the shoe sprockets, which are here and here. The directions are listed right on this label right here, okay? In case you're ever in doubt. As of right now, at the end of my pencil eraser, you'll see it's set to R, which is for regular 8. So if you want to set it to Super 8, pull out this shoe sprocket, just like that, and the one below, just like that. The red one you have to push all the way in. Make sure you press it firmly, otherwise it can hang up and get stuck in between the R and the 8. But now you see it's set to S for Super 8. Okay? And now you're ready. Set it back. Let's reverse the process. You have to push it in firmly. And this shoe sprocket, and then this one right here. Okay? And you're all good. As I said, I'm going to do a lot of work on this one as far as the case goes as well. Although, again, the projector is operational. Had to refurbish this casing also, but that's just some removing of the rust, sanding and repainting. Let's take a look at the power cord and we'll go some of the precautions with that as well. Do check these power cord connections. Make sure there's no rust or corrosion. Alright, bend them around, stuff like that, and check them out. Have the seller send you photos. Check all these areas, this area, and whatever projector you get, and if you even get this particular model right here, which is this Elmo FPA Deluxe, is a convenient projector, but it's just not a solid projector like the FP before it, okay? Just got too many plastic flimsy parts for my taste. And so that's what you want to check out, stuff like this. So again, with whatever projector you go with, make sure you have to make a decision on yourself. Do you want a sturdy projector, or something like the FPA that's going to have a, you'll have to really take care of it. Alright? So there you have it, the Elmo FPA Deluxe. Again, it's a very convenient projector, but it's not sturdy like an FPA. Whatever projector you go with, if it's your first one, even so, you know, check all these different types of points out. Have the seller send you photos and videos, because those will be golden due to the purchase and usage. Because these things, these units, they can be a fire hazard. Definitely, especially from the electronics that I've shown you in the back. There are companies, again, that can repair those parts and rebuild them. If you're interested to know about those companies, do contact me in the comments, and I can send you the names. All right? Do contact me at the social media outlets on the screen, and remember, do subscribe. Until next time, see ya.